Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, I want to speak on two crystals that would make a good combination to get rid of demons of pessimism and inferiority. And this is a demon that I'm familiar with because, like, say, for instance, being quote unquote empath, but also just in general, that vibration in essence invites, or like the prey like vibration invites predator-like vibrations, you know what I'm saying? I had past videos about narcissism and covert narcissism, and I even had a situation where, I didn't know if my brethren was like doing these things towards me on purpose, or was it, a demon possession, but I realized it was like a mixture of so much where, you know, because I had a codependent vibration. I was giving off that inferior, codependent, lack of confidence type of vibration, and for lack of a better word, it's kind of like a demon in essence, you know what I'm saying? It's like a darker part of yourself, you know what I'm saying, that you want to, shine a little light on and, help grow from. But basically, that codependent vibration activates the vibration of that narcissist, or that type of demon. Matter of fact, I also found out recently like a Jezebel energy, you know what I'm saying? Which a Jezebel energy could attach itself to a male as well. It's not just something that could attach itself to a female, but a male as well. But it's energies that's just looking to prey, you know what I'm saying? That want to prey on your energy. But you have to put yourself in that position of prey, in order to invite it. But not getting too deep off into that, but it's all going into the subject. But again, black obsidian and citrine. Citrine is basically like quartz, basically like a amethyst that was whether heat treated naturally or heat treated through the magma flow underground, passing by the amethyst and actually heating it up naturally in that manner as well. Because too, you'll find that citrine will be more more natural citrines that have almost like a smoky quartz or pale type of yellow look to it, But it's definitely a great stone combination for getting rid of demons and pessimism of inferiority. And I got a download on this, so this basically, which honestly, the more and more I've been getting downloads, I've been getting omens too. It's time for a book. I think it's time for a crystal book. So I may I don't know. Honestly, I will have a book out no later than next year for sure. I'm not if something don't happen this year, but we're gonna stay in the moment, but also we stay in the moment, but we're gonna how the boat when the boat leaves the dock, it has to have a destination. So we just kind of throwing a little destination out there, you know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna we right now, right? You know what I'm saying? We talking about black obsidian citrine right now, but definitely great, because what I thought about how black obsidian basically raises it pulls out your shadow self. I always tell people, especially if you're not used to working with crystals or you're new to dealing with energies of crystals, you want to be careful working with black obsidian, because black obsidian brings out your shadow self in a manner where you'd be thinking like, because again, our ego doesn't see life lessons, like some life lessons that may seem harsh. The ego, sees like all the way back, like, oh man, why would I even want to go through this? But it's a lot of things that may seem bad on the surface, but it's a life lesson. And I always kind of make the quick little analogy of like the flat tire. You get the flat tire, you cursing and shit, but you end up meeting your spouse. Like your spouse is the person that come help you fix the tire. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that flat, that situation was quote unquote looking bad, but it brought some light. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with black obsidian. Black obsidian, like a show me, like basically, and that's the thing though. Like, so say for instance, I work with black obsidian. It'll show me how my procrastination abilities and my lack of saving money abilities will come. How it could really damage me. you know, but it actually makes it play out though, you know what I'm saying? So again, of course, now on the flip side, it kind of keeps away negativity, so it's showing you those vibrations, and it's gonna kind of keep in a kind of, you know, how can I say, in a good vibrational place, but to a certain extent, because some of us, you know, not that strong. Well, say for instance, if I wasn't strong, and then it'll make me be a little pessimistic and make me be bad with money, but to the point where it kind of discourages me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, well, I'm just not strong, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this life lesson. It's kind of discouraging to go backwards right now, you know, and learn this lesson in this moment. Well, then that could throw me off, and that's why too, other than rose quartz, again, citrine, because that will balance that off with the citrine as well. And when I say demons of pessimism and inferiority, that's the solar plexus area, you know what I'm saying? It's where the self-esteem and the confidence at, you know what I'm saying? The creativity. You know, if you're not feeling creative, you kind of lack confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like they all go together, you know what I'm saying? You feel inferior, you know what I'm saying, when you're not confident. And you're more pessimistic when you're not confident, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the citrine comes into play. The citrine is going to heal that area of pessimism and inferiority, working with the obsidian. You know, as a matter of fact, just a few things. You know, citrine gives you that joyous and sunny outlook, that sunny disposition, kind of like the vibration of the constellation Leo. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid, like sunny. You know what I'm saying? Just vibing. You know, confident, got the self-esteem. Matter of fact, and two, it also helps to overcome depression, you know, and oppressive influences, but definitely helps to deal with depression. So if you're working with a crystal that's bringing out things that you need to work with, things that you might have found depressing at one time, you know what I'm saying? You got that citrine right there to provide that joyous vibe to always remind you, like, all right, I'm just doing the work, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the work, you know what I'm saying? Keep you in that joyous mode so you don't fall victim of again, like getting overwhelmed by the lessons that Black Obsidian will bring you through. You know, because depending, to each his own, you know, depending on how far and how much you've been trying to run away from yourself, the lessons could be a little too harsh, where you might have to work with Black Obsidian in spurts. Like, say, for instance, some of us could actually wear Black Obsidian. Some of us almost can't, because we got so much karma that we haven't worked off, that when we come around a piece of Black Obsidian, every second, every moment, going to be constantly bringing up stuff for you to work through. And when it's too strong, you know, it could be overwhelming. Again, that's why I say, like, rose quartz, citrine, selenite, something to bring some type of angelic or divine light and love to the situation, to remind you, you know, because again, our humanity just not used to having to go through those type of lessons and seeing it as something good, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that stones like citrine, rose quartz will help with that, but definitely citrine. And citrine also encourages self-expression, because a lot of you know, repressive things, you know, that turns into demons, or, you know, things that we need to grow from, is a repressed energy in essence too. So citrine is good for self-expression, working with the throat chakra as well as the solar plexus, that confidence with the vibration of communication, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, encouraging more of that self-expression verbally, you know, speaking, but too, just on all levels, you know, expressing yourself as well. Because again, that's where a lot of blockages come from, is not expressing yourself. You know, something happened to you as a little kid that, you know, whether somebody took, because this is real life, you know, the molestation situations, all this, you know what I'm saying? It helps you to grow out of it, bring it to the upfront so you can start running from it. So basically, it's almost like if something extracts something, like I extract something quick and then hurry up and freeze it, you know what I'm saying? It's like two motions. It's like boom, bring, almost like Ghostbusters, like how they would shoot you with the electricity, and when they would shoot you long enough, then they would come with the little thing and slide it under the ghost, and then they could pull the ghost down. Kind of like that. It's like first you shoot yourself with the energy of that Black Obsidian, you know, you get that demon out, and then you come with that citrine and, you know, bring that joyous vibe, and you know what I'm saying? But like basically expressing yourself and getting rid of that blockage. So bringing it up and then spitting it out, almost like a loogie, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, this come from deep down, you know, in my lungs somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even notice that was here. And citrine up. help you spit it out. You know what I'm saying? Making it easy. I know the analogies, but also too, citrine good for confronting yourself and basically facing yourself and confronting your demons. So that works. I mean, that's in essence what Black Obsidian is doing too. So it's like, you're getting double the fun, but then the citrine giving you that joyous, high vibrational outlook as well. Keeping you with that well-being. Being positive about the growth as well. And a few other things with Black Obsidian. Black Obsidian is good for psychic protection. Strong against demonic forces. If you feel like some type of demons or something messing with you, Black Obsidian. But definitely, because too, Black Obsidian also lets you see if it's your own demons as well. That's another thing. Again, it exposes demons on all levels in essence. But definitely great for the psychic protection. Keep psychic protection, not just nobody trying to put an actual spell on you, but it, people just talking down on you, whatever, it protects you from that energy, because that could be felt. I made an analogy yesterday about how you got to watch how you tell people about what you're doing, because I'm the energy is like a mathematic equation. The more vibes that go together with whatever energy, the more it helps it in essence. So if I tell 100 people, hey man, I'm about to drop this album, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, and out of the 100 people, 60 of them is haters, say for instance, of course, and that's the hypothetically, of course, because damn, it would be bad if 60% of 100 people I share things with would be haters, then that's not good. I need some discernment with chilling with people. But anyway, if out of the 100 people, 60 of them hating on me, then that vibe is pulling down, so only 40 people wishing me good, but it's 60 boy, I wish he died tomorrow type of, and some people get that malicious or whatever, what I'm saying? But just, so that protects from that, what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is, the polarization of the universe, So for my high vibrational light, they got some opposite darkness out there, what I'm saying? That's kind of in essence my dark twin flame, because I think people don't speak enough about that. Or if they speak on it at all, I might have just came up with this concept out the blue, channel something new and didn't even know it. But the dark twin flame would be your polar opposite out there in the universe, that complete dark side, but that's basically a mirror image of you just on the dark side, what I'm saying? But that exists, what I'm saying? That polarizing opposite. Watch the movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson. That's a good example of that concept. But and just a few other things. Again, helping to move past hindering thoughts and habits. Any restricting thoughts, habits, mind frame. You still connected to that Christianity and that church, and you're scared to say I am God because you've been brainwashed for too long. Work with some Black Obsidian. Matter of fact, yeah, any of my Catholic church people who trying to grow spiritually on some true growing spiritual thing, work with Black Obsidian and ask source Black Obsidian, strengthen the vibes to help me let go of all those hindering religious dogmatic thoughts and things of this nature. That helps you to get away from that as well. But just any hindering thoughts and habits that no longer serve you, and that's hindering your growth. Deals with grounding energy. Also has that Saturn energy as well. What I'm saying? Kind of like that grounding, what I'm saying? Again, dark side vibe, what I'm saying? Saturn, Satan, kind of deals with that vibe as well. But just not scare people. See, Saturn energy, what I'm saying? Saturn is what keeps things in the physical boundaries, If Saturn wasn't giving us that energy, then we all would be one physical thing for real, what I'm saying? And a lot of people, as much as we talk about, just everything be one and back one with source. A lot of people say that, but don't realize the reason why we're in separate bodies now is because we did that already and asked to be where we're at now. But I digress. Heightens intuition and heals physical heals trauma on a physical level as well as metaphysical. Like, so if you had an injury, it will help heal the damage in those cells, because the cells go through that trauma. As above, so below. You know, the cells in a certain area go through that trauma. As a matter of fact, we even had as above, so below. Me and my brother was talking about how, like, so if you injure your knee, you know, the cells in the knee send out a message like, hey man, I got an injury in the knee, you know, all to the other parts. And so the other parts, like, all right, we got to overwork now, you know what I'm saying? It's a message to say, like, all right, we got to make up for, you know, the knee not going to be working as good, so we got to overwork. And two, I told him, like, as above, so below. It's just like telepathy, because, you know, say if you hurt your knee, pain, in essence, kind of moves through the nervous system and through the electrical currents of the nervous system. So it's electricity, and as above, so below. So just like the nerve endings communicate through electricity. So it's like, bam, a part got damaged. So it's like, hey man, we damage over here, you know what I'm saying? Send that message out through electricity or through telepathy, in essence. Same thing, because our cells not, I know I can sit down and listen. I don't ever hear my cells talking English, you know what I'm saying, to each other or any type of language, you know. But those cells deliver that message, and as above, so below. If something go down in a certain area, a hurricane, even besides calling somebody, you know, we sending out those stress codes and that, you know, those telepathic codes to somebody in other areas, one like, hey, you know, this going on in this area, you know what I'm saying? And our thought forms, just like neurons move on the electrical current, or with the nervous system and pain moving through, how pain moves through electricity. Our thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Electrical thought wave, we electromagnetic beings, so it got the magnetism, but along with the electrical currents as well, you know, communicating. So even with our neurons, we like walking neurons as well, you know what I'm saying? So hope I didn't go too but that's basically it, because I didn't want to go too deep. And it's also helping to remove blockages of any form, you know, because again, a demon or anything of that essence is a blockage, you know. That's a blockage that been dormant in your body for so long. It almost, it got a couch, it got a bed, it got a name now. It's just sitting inside you like, oh, what's happening, bro? I'm just the demon that's sitting in your root chakra, you know what I'm saying? I've been here for a while, you know. I just decided to, you know, make this place home, hang up some pictures, shit like that, you know. So again, you know, Black Obsidian, that's a good thing too, bringing things up to the light, you know. The personification of eclipses, you know, is that shadow self, the moon. When we do our moon sign is like our shadow self. And that moon was going in front, you know, for August, the solar eclipse, you know, went in front of the sun, and the sun shining the light on the moon for all of us to see in the daytime, like, hey, look at this motherfucking shadow self, everybody, you know, for everybody to see, you know. And that's what was happening. But that's basically it. But definitely, again, specifically though, for like if you dealing with like being pessimistic or inferior, or like a lack of self-esteem, like demons in that area, you know what I'm saying, you would want to deal with this. And two, I also call it quick omens, but I won't get into the deep into the crystal as well. But also for if you want to get rid of sexual repression or demons, something told me carnelian and orange kyanite. But some say that orange kyanite had that orange kyanite in there, definitely. But carnelian with Black Obsidian, so to deal with the demons of the sexual energy, or the sacral chakra in essence, you know what I'm saying? So definitely. Oh, carnelian. Well, no. All right. Well, I would say either red jasper or dark carnelian for men, but definitely carnelian for women. So Black Obsidian and carnelian for women, and probably red jasper and Black Obsidian for men. You know. As a matter of fact, also with the sexual energy for working that out, throw a Shiva Lingam in there as well. Shiva Lingam embodies the phallus and the yoni energy, you know, the Shiva, you know, the embodiment of the masculine and feminine energy. But definitely, that's it. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past.